Lieutenant Aaron, A-A-R-O-N, last name Cheshire, C-H-E-S-H-I-R-E. On Sunday afternoon in the city of Taylorsville, March 17th, we were dispatched to Taylorsville Police Department to a possible abduction in the area of 5800 South and 3900 West. We arrived in that area and conducted an investigation, talking to witnesses. There was a party that had gotten into a white Jeep Liberty, and shortly after getting into the white Jeep Liberty, a gunshot was heard and the vehicle sped off and fled from the area. Investigators have been working since that day to help locate the vehicle. Yesterday afternoon, investigators were able to locate the Jeep Liberty that we believe was involved in this incident. The vehicle was seized. Investigators also authored some search warrants, wanted a residence, and some other warrants, and were able to positively identify the vehicle as being involved. Early this morning, investigators conducted a search in kind of a rural, more part of Utah County, and were able to locate the body of Alexia Franco, and it was deceased. Alexia goes by the name of Alex. It appeared that there was a gunshot wound, single gunshot wound that Franco had received. There were, during the investigation last night, there were 2 juvenile males who were taken into custody and arrested and booked into detention on felony charges related to the homicide. This is still currently an active investigation. We do believe that one of the juveniles that we have in custody was the person that was actually the person who fired the firearm. The investigation is still active, though, as we believe that there was possibly another person in the vehicle that may have witnessed this, and we're still actively investigating that part of it.
Lieutenant, what's the connection of the teams and Alex?
Well, currently, we're still investigating this incident. The information I can give you is that Alex knew at least one of the people and got into the vehicle willfully, willingly and willfully, right? So it's believed that they knew at least one person inside the vehicle.
And do we know where they were going, why he got into the vehicle in the first place?
With our investigation still being active, we're not really releasing all that information at this time, but yeah, we do believe that the shooting did occur, that a shot was fired when Alex had gotten into the vehicle, and we have some evidence that shows that, to include some video and some Ring doorbell cameras and things like that help us determine that we believe that did happen.
Do you have a motive right now? Is this gang related? Is it a drug deal gone bad? How did they know each other?
At this point, we're still investigating that, and we're not going to release any of that information just at this time.
Is this considered a hate crime?
The investigation so far has not revealed that this is a hate crime.
And where was this abduction? Was this at Alex's home in the front yard, or that location where this happened? How does that play in?
Yeah, it was on the same street in the area where Alex was residing.
Okay, so he got out of his house, got in the car, and then my understanding is the gunshot happened almost immediately. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and what area of Utah County did you find his body?
In the western parts of the western part of the Lehigh area, west part of Lehigh area.
And those 2 teenagers, do they have criminal records already?
I don't have any information on their criminal history background.
And that western part of the Lehigh area, it's a fair distance from Taylorsville in that original neighborhood. How were you guys able to track that down?
We were able to track it down through our investigation after locating the vehicle and being able to conduct some interviews and some search warrants. We were able to get some information that led us out to that area.
What did you find in the car?
We haven't released any information on what we found in the car so far.
Have you obtained the weapon that was used?
We have not obtained the weapon that was used.
And so was that car owned by one of those teenagers?
We're not releasing that information at this time. With the vehicle information, we do have the vehicle that we believe is the vehicle, but at this time we're not releasing who it belonged to or where it was.
Did they ditch the car out there?
They did not. No, we located the car within Salt Lake County.
It's been a busy few days for the Taylorsville Police Department since over the weekend. How is the attitude amongst officers right now?
Well, I think it's, this is a very sad situation, right? Anytime that somebody loses their life, especially, a young person, it's hard. Our investigators have been working very hard since the abduction was reported, a lot with not very much sleep to try to figure this case out and figure out where Alex was.
Where does the case move forward now? Where do we go from here?
Well, from here, we're currently investigating the case. Like I said, we're still, at this point, believe that there is still somebody that we need to talk to that was possibly present while this happened. And 2 juveniles have been booked in to detention, so it'll be a process of putting the case together and screening the case for charges against them.
Were they local to Salt Lake?
They both resided within the county, Salt Lake County.
So the 2 teens were arrested, and there was an additional person in the car at the time.
That's what we believe.
Will those teens be tried as adults?
I don't know. That's not something that's up to us. That's for the district attorney's office.
Do we know how the teens got the weapon yet?
We don't have any information about that, no. Again, this is still an active investigation, so there's not a lot of information that we can give you, but this is the update of where we're at now.
Lieutenant, what can you say about interactions with the family at this point? When were they alerted that it had taken this tragic turn?
I'm not going to make any comments about the family. All right, I'm going to respect their privacy, so.
Okay, so that final person that you want to talk to, is that person a risk to the community?
Well, obviously we don't know. We don't necessarily believe that person is a risk to the community. We do believe that one of the people that we have in custody was the actual shooter, but this person could provide us some additional information. And so it's something that we're still investigating to try to identify this person.
Is that third person believed to be underage as well?
It's unknown at this time.
And do you need help from the public at this point, or do you feel like you have what you need to conduct an active investigation and see it through?
Yeah, at this point, we believe, the information that we need and the leads that we need. We do appreciate getting some feedback from the public about the vehicle that was put out through the news, because that was not easy for us to find. And so,
who first called you to tell you that Alex had been abducted?
we first received a call from someone who lived in the same residence as Alex.
Oh, it was like a roommate or family
Yeah.
member? Anything more missing?
I think that's all.
Thank you.
All right,
very
thanks.
much.
Thank you.